Assalamu alaikum, Habibti. Shall we read a book? The Little Mermaid. Once upon a time, there was a little mermaid. The little mermaid lived in an underwater kingdom with her father, the Sea King, and her 5 older sisters. The little mermaid loved exploring the ocean with her sea creature friends, but she also longed to know about the world above the ocean, the world on land. Her older sisters were allowed to visit the world. They would tell her stories about their travelers, about the boys and girls, the food that people ate, and the different animals on land. Finally, when the little mermaid was old enough, it was her turn to go to the surface. Be safe, her father warned, and remember, don't let anyone see you. The little mermaid swam and swam up and up until she felt the sun on her face. She was amazed by what she saw. It was a huge ship with a prince on it. Suddenly there was a terrible storm. The winds blew, the rains poured, and the waves crashed so hard that the prince's boat sank. The little mermaid knew she had to save the prince. She dove under the water and caught him just in time, then swam him to the shore. She laid the prince on the sand, but she knew she couldn't let him see her, so she hid behind a rock until he woke up. The little mermaid wanted to go to him, but she knew she had to return home, so she swam away. Days went by, and the little mermaid felt very sad. She wanted to see the prince again. She heard of a witch who lived in a dark and dangerous part of the ocean. Could the sea witch help her find a way? She wondered. The sea witch agreed to help. Drink the potion and you will grow legs, like a human, but the potion will take away your voice. The little mermaid decided to take a chance. She swam to the shore and drank the potion. The air and sand swirled around the mermaid. When the magic stopped, the little mermaid had 2 legs, and just then the prince found her and invited her to his castle. The little mermaid couldn't speak, but she drew pictures, they danced, they read, and they played games. Until one day, the prince went to tell his parents that he had found the little mermaid. But they had a visitor. She was a princess, and the prince thought she looked familiar. "Oh," said the prince, "this was the girl who saved him from the sinking ship." When the little mermaid heard this, she did not have the voice to tell him that he was wrong. So the little mermaid knew she had to leave. At any moment, the spell would be broken. She began to run away, and the prince worried where she was going. He watched as she reached the ocean and began to turn back into a mermaid. "Oh, it was you who saved me," he cried out. "Yes," she said, "I saved you, but now it's too late. I am a mermaid forever, and we can no longer be friends." Just then, the Sea King rose from the water. "Wait a minute," he said. "Do you want to be friends with the prince?" The little mermaid said yes, and so, with a tap of his magical trident, the Sea King turned the little mermaid back into a human. And the little mermaid and the prince lived happily ever after. All right. I love you. Night night. Sweet dreams.